What's up everybody, and welcome back to another YouTube video. And in today's YouTube video, there is one question that is argued fairly often in the military that no one seems to be able to have an official or affirmative answer on, at least not with enough factual evidence. So today we are going to be digging deep into this question to find out who exactly gets paid more, a service member or a civilian. Now, to answer this question the best we can, it is imperative that you man those guns, fire up on the like button, and sink it to Davy Jones's locker. And thank you so much for doing that, and now let's get into really how to answer this question. Well, first we need to figure out three things. The first is going to be what is the standard sailor, the second is going to be what is the standard median salary earner, and the third is what are the criteria that we're going to judge them on. Now, starting with the sailor, we are going to go ahead and call him Sailor Riley. Now, Sailor Riley does not receive BAH or BAS because he lives on base and is on a 4-year common contract in the military. He is also stationed in the United States and is working all the way up from an E1 to an E4. And also, he does not go on any deployments just to make things a bit easier. Now, moving on to the civilian, who we will name Alfredo. Alfredo will be working a job that earns him the median US national salary. Also, all of his expenses are going to be just enough to get by, and he also will live alone. Now we get into the third factor of what we need to compare the two, and that is the criteria. The 6 criteria that we're going to judge them on is their pay after taxes, rent, groceries, transportation, healthcare premiums, and apparel and services. Now, we're going to need to know what they make after taxes so we can do most of our math here. And of course, everyone needs a place to sleep, everyone has to eat, people need to get to and back from work, take care of their health, and have clothes on their back to go to work. Now that we have all this information, it's time to start putting them side to side and see just how they compare. Now, we will be starting with the first criteria, which will be pay. You see, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, Alfredo will be earning the national median salary of $944 a week, which translates to into $47,712 per year. Now, this is going to put him into the 22% tax bracket, which will bring him down to a total of $37,215. However, he will get a 3 to 5% raise. The reason for this is that socialsecurity.gov found out that the average national yearly salary percentage rate increase is about 3 to 5%. Boy, isn't that a mouthful.
That's what she said!
Now, if we multiply that by 4 years, including his tax fees and his 3% raise each year, he can expect to earn a total of $155,695 for those years. Now, turning our attention over to Sailor Riley, and according to the 2020 military pay chart, he will be earning an estimated $82,292 for those 4 years that he's in. Now, Riley's pay is going to be a bit confusing, and that's mostly because the 3 to 5% increase in pay is nowhere near the financial outline of how raises work in the military. You see, pay is mostly influenced by rank, and if Riley's starting from an E1 going all the way to an E4, we're going to assume that he's an E1 and E2 for 9 months. Then for the 3rd year, he will become an E3, and let's say he makes rank in his last year and 4th year in the military, he will be an E4, or Petty Officer 3rd Class. Now, he will be in the 12% tax bracket, which means after his 1st year of earning $18,852, all the way down to his 4th year, well, he'll be earning $26,473, and adding everything in between, it'll equivalent to the amount that I said before, which was the $89,292. So already we can see on paper that Alfredo is going to earn about $66,403 more than Riley. But when we really start to look more into it, you might find this pretty interesting. And that's because the second criteria is going to be rent. And according to World Population Review, they found that national rent prices are going to be $967 per month. Now, this is going to be what Alfredo will be paying, and if we compare that to Sailor Riley will be paying $0 in rent. And this is because on base, they already have military housing provided that he could use. So already, Riley's off to a pretty good start. The third criteria is going to be groceries. As found out by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the median monthly food budget for a single American is going to be $639, which is also what Alfredo will be paying. Compare that to Sailor Riley, who will pay, again, nothing. Zero, zip, nada. This is because a cafeteria is already provided at the command, which Riley will be stationed at. This means Riley can eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner all for free. This is a bit of an interesting one because the Navy already gives you $371 per month in your paycheck to eat at the cafeteria. But they take it out of your paycheck literally the day that they give it to you, which doesn't affect your main pay, but it's sort of like they're paying you so that they don't have to pay you, if that makes any sense. Now, next up is going to be transportation. In October of 2019, the Bureau of Labor Statistics found out that the average American spends $779 on transportation per month. This includes things like gas, car insurance, car payments, maintenance, repairs, and registration fees. Now moving on to Riley, since many sailors do have a car, Riley's going to go ahead and pay the exact same thing that Alfredo's paying, as there's not really a huge difference or incentive from getting a car in the military versus being a civilian. So that cost will stay the same. Now number 5 is health insurance premiums. Now Sailor Riley does have to pay for both health and life insurance. According to my very own paycheck that I'm using as reference, FICO Medical Care is about $35 per month, while the SGLI life insurance is about $25 per month. Added up, you're spending about $50 a month for both of them. And when we look over to Alfredo, he will be paying the nation's median average cost, which again, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, is about $120 a month for single coverage. And last but certainly not least is apparel and services. Now, Alfredo once again and for the last time will spend the US median budget of $117 per month, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics 2019. And Sailor Riley will get paid $356 per year as a clothing stipend. The military usually gives you this money so you could firm press and fix any uniform items that you already have. Or if they're phasing out an old uniform item and you need to buy a whole new set of uniforms, you have that money there for you. That way there's no excuse that the Navy doesn't give you enough money for any sort of clothing. However, the uniforms that they give you are extremely durable, which means that you'll have plenty of money left over to get any sort of personal clothing that you'll want for yourself. Now, it is time to ultimately see who makes more by subtracting all of their expenses to their 4-year added income. Alfredo's expenses over the course of 4 years are going to add up to $124,046. And Sailor Riley's expenses are going to add up to $38,886 for those 4 years. Now subtract them both to their respective added incomes, and we see that Alfredo has the ability to save and invest $31,648 over the course of those 4 years, while compared to Riley, who has the potential to save and invest $50,406. But wait, we are not done yet. And that's because one of the main expenses that you do not need in the military is a car. The only reason why I included a car into Riley's expenses is because that most sailors do have a car. However, it is definitely not needed. You see, I'm an example of someone who didn't use a car for almost 3 years. And the only reason why I got it was because it was able to make me more money. So this means that if we do not include a car into Riley's expenses, he has the potential to save and invest $87,798. Now, as you could tell, this is a pretty substantial margin. And some of you may argue that I did leave many variables out. For example, I did leave out a phone bill and maybe a Spotify account premium in there somewhere. However, with Riley's opportunity to save over triple than what Alfredo can, I just feel like the margin was too big that if Riley even added any more expenses into his mix, the gap between Riley's ability to save and Alfredo's ability to save would still be a huge difference. Now, for some of you, you may be thinking that, well, it's a no-brainer to obviously join the military as you do make more money. However, I really do want you to consider if it is really worth it for you. Military life can be hard, and you have to understand, is all that money really worth 4 years of you potentially not seeing your family and friends for extended periods of time? Is it worth following orders by anyone above you and getting told how to dress and groom every day that you go into work? Is that money possibly worth being on deployment for months on end with potentially not even seeing a port? And is it worth working extremely long and irregular working hours? Now, saying all that, it may not be worth it to you, but you also need to consider that that was not including BAH or BAS. It was not including tax-free or E-COLA, which is basically more money the Navy gives you to live outside of the United States. Maybe you'll rank up faster than usual and you'll have the ability to see the world, have access to the VA home loan, and have free education provided for you. So all those benefits right there can definitely widen the margin between Alfredo and Riley by a lot more. Like I said, the military life definitely has a lot of ups and downs, just like the civilian life. You see, if you're like Alfredo, you'll probably get to enjoy a lot of the things that Riley does not get to enjoy. But maybe you just really want to get away from home, or you think you'll never have a chance to go out and see the world at a young age. Or maybe after you graduate high school or in your 20s, you really have no idea what you want to do with your life yet, so joining the military could be a valuable option. I'm not trying to sound like a recruiter, but if I have to give my own opinion on what I would do if I'd had to start all over, I don't think I would join the military. And the reason I say that is because I believe that there's more opportunity outside of the service. However, I can't deny that the military has provided me with a lot of great things in life, such as the ability to save as much as I have, the access to the VA home loan, and free education if I so choose to do that. But most importantly, it's giving me the courage to know that once I leave the service and I go back to California to pursue my dreams, I can say with the utmost courage that I'm going to do my very hardest to make sure I'm able to make my dreams succeed. And if it wasn't for the military, I don't think I ever would have figured out that dream or have met a lot of the friends that I have now and even my girlfriend. Now, I'm starting to get off track, but that is pretty much it for this video, guys, and thank you so much for watching until the end. If you think I've earned your subscription, then please scroll down and click that subscribe button. And like I said before, absolutely sink and demolish that like button into Davy Jones's locker. And with all that being said, I will see you guys in the next video.